Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back in the world of Tank's Garage, and today we will be looking at the new Fatherland. If you were fortunate enough and lucky enough to get this after many, many hours of weird loot drops and trying to get the 5 coins that you needed to go ahead and get this tank, you'll have this tank in your garage. I spent a lot of time grinding this tank to try to get it for you guys. It's not really a tank that I was really excited to get. It's basically an IS-3 with a worse gun. It's a little bit slower. It doesn't have the horsepower of the IS-7, so it is a little bit sluggish. But it has a gun that just has worse accuracy than an IS-3. Doesn't pin as well. So overall, it's basically an IS-3. So I feel like for your bang for your buck to purchase this tank in the store, I probably wouldn't. I would purchase an IS-3 before I'd actually purchase this tank. Or if you already have a way to get to an IS-3, it plays pretty similar. So, but if you played a lot of IS-3, you can find a little bit of frustration with this gun. It does bounce a lot, but if you know how to play an IS-3, then you'll know how to play this tank. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to a match, shall we? All right, guys, so we're on Arctic region. It looks like we're at an E75, a Leopard, a Tortoise, a T95, couple strong tanks. So basically what we find with an IS-3 is that, or a Russian tank in general on this map, that's a big tank, we end up having to get into the face of people a lot with those tanks. Now with this map, it's kind of difficult because we're going to be putting ourselves in the range of artillery at either side that we're on. If we go left and we get to that corner, we could possibly be rolling that corner and getting ourselves in trouble. If we take this right side and go around the big hill, we find ourselves as well coming around the corner too much and being in trouble. But we have no option, because to set back and try to snipe with a Russian tank, especially this tank that has worse accuracy than an IS-3, is going to be very difficult to do. So I'm trying to get up and around, and I'm trying to beat this KV-5 up here to this corner. But as you can see, he's kind of angled where he's like he's trying to go towards the water, and I don't want to go to the water, and I'm thinking he's going to turn, and then he spins me out. He just keeps spinning me, and I'm like, are you serious, pal? He like has no clue what he's doing. He's got me all pinned and jacked up, and I'm trying to get away from him. I don't know what he's doing. Did he put his tank on auto drive and went to take a piss? I don't know. I don't know why he's driving over that way, but I'm trying to get turned to get over here, and he just spun me around. So I see this object 430, and I don't want him to see me. I'm trying to get to the other corner. But as you watch on my accuracy on this thing, how much I have to zoom to get a shot in, it's just tremendous on this tank. Look at the zoom time on this. Look at that. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm still not even tight on the reticle, and I shoot even though I wasn't completely zoomed in and I messed up his gun. But I decided since I'm not taking any rounds yet, I'm going to try to hit him one more time, so I'm going to let it zoom in a little bit. But look at the dispersion on this gun. It's just, you barely move. And I was able to hit there, but you can see that it was just not zoomed in. And that's the problem that you face. Now that that tank got set on fire, I decided, okay, I'm done. I don't want to play here no more. Already starting to rain down. So I'm going to get to this hill, and I'm going to get in position. Now I got a little bit of cover. I see this KV-5, and I have a nice shot on him, but look how long it takes me to get zoomed in, and he backs away. So that's the frustration you will find not only in an IS-3, but most of your Russian tanks is just the zoom time. Now look, I had a nice clean shot on him. He was turned sideways, and now he's completely turned around, and I'm completely zoomed in and ready to fire, and now he's in a better position. And that can be the frustrating part about the Fatherland, is just the sheer aim time, which is the same as an IS-3, but the dispersion on the gun is even worse than the IS-3. So every time you just move or wiggle it just a little bit, that reticle goes so wide, takes so long to zoom back in. Look at that. I just barely moved my gun, and did you see how wide that reticle goes? Look at that. And so that can be the frustrating part for people that has played the IS-3. So this STI goes ahead and pushes up here a bit. So I see this as a Leopard, so I probably could get lucky with not zooming in completely on him, because this is a pretty soft target for us. And look at my reticle. Did you see how wide my reticle is, and I'm still able to make the shot? But I have an opportunity to do that in this tank because of the tank that I'm shooting at. Now anything else that's a heavily armored tank, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to spend the time, zoom in, and take a shot. So here you can see I zoom in just a little bit more. I go ahead and I hit him, and I can still hit that target. Now we're not really paying too much attention to the KV-5 over here. because he's not making an appearance. It's like he fell off the cliff or whatever. Now, here's the problem that you face, a T-95. So you can see I just ignore him. I don't zoom all the way in again, and I go ahead and I hit that. Now, we do have a light tank that's trying to push me from behind. Now, this STI is getting a little ballsy here, and he's pushing forward, and I'm trying to support him, but I don't want to go around this corner. Now the KV-5 comes up and makes an appearance. So now I'm going to be the next. I'm going to be pinched right here. So now I have to fall back. I'm forced to fall back and try not to get in too much trouble. So the KV-5 comes around, puts a clean shot into me. There's nothing I can do at this point but to retreat. The light tank's attacking the heavy tank that was down below. So I got to continue to back up before the 95 gets around the corner. I went to put a shot in there, and I accidentally rolled up the hill, but I'm still trying to just focus on getting around the corner because the 95 is a smart player, it looks like, and he's pushed out to try to support him. So I get around the corner, but then my platoon mate shows up, and I told him, just try to help that guy down below if you can. I'll try to keep this 95 stopped here. So I'm just going to go ahead and look at my zoom time here. He fires, he misses, I zoom, I try to get the shot in there, and I bounce. So that's the frustrating part about an IS-3 or this Fatherland in general, is that you are losing less pin. You're losing, like, I think it's 4 millimeters of pin versus an IS-3. So at this point, I tell my friend in my platoon, listen, they killed that tank down below. We need to start focusing on this KV-5 and this light tank if they come up the hill. So be wary of that. But the T-95 is going to continue to trundle along. Now I'm hoping that artillery, we're trying to bait him a little bit for artillery, and our artillery is not shooting at him. So I'm going to have to take another risky play here and try to hit this hatch. I shoot, I take out his thing. Thank God he puts it in the dirt. KV-5 is now starting to push us, and artillery misses a shell. So I see him pull up. I zoom way in on this hatch. I'm going to have to take a shot probably here, and it bounces off. That's the accuracy of that gun. It's horrendous. So now I get shot by the 49. So at this point, my platoon mate's in trouble. I'm trying to save him from this KV-5. I got the KV-5 dead. I tell him, take care of, try to get around him if you can and take care of the 49. Artillery misses again. That's 2 rounds that this artillery couldn't hit this target. So the 49 goes ahead and takes out my platoon mate. So I'm figuring because he's screaming, I'm going to die. I go ahead and I put a shot into him. That leaves me in a 1v1 against this guy. So now I'm getting shot in the butt. So I decide to walk around him. The arty clips him barely. So I go ahead and I auto-target him. I put a shot into him. I'm trying to get around the corner here. I don't want him to shoot me in the butt. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get down off of this hill so that he actually has to come down and chase me. And when he does, I can track him in place and let my artillery hit him. So I go ahead and I just dip over the line and I hit my E-brake to kind of spin my tank, get my armor pivoted just a little bit, but now I'm bait for their artillery as well. So I go up here, I try to track him, boom. Now, Artie should be able to hit him. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. No artillery. Come on, artillery. So I go ahead, and I take another shot. I place him again in place with the track. Now I'm going to drive around him. I'm hoping the artillery can hit him. Come on, artillery. Where are you? I'm needing your support. There's 2 of you guys here. I'm the last guy remaining. You got to help me out here. So I get around into him, into the side. I continue to just pivot around him. He's so slow. Hopefully I can get up the hill, get going back down the hill. The arty misses again. So I go ahead and I shoot him again. We go ahead and we just keep alongside him. I thought if I went behind him, he'd try to push me into the water. So I kind of was just going to let him, but then he went ahead and he started to pivot again, so I felt comfortable that I'd be able to kill him again. I go ahead and shoot him again, and I had no help from the artillery. If the artillery would have stayed in position a little bit longer, we would have been in great shape, and they would have actually hit their targets. But they're getting pushed. I turn that way, and then unfortunately another tank destroyer shows up on my right and goes ahead and finishes me off as the same meal. So you can see that the gun or the tank is like almost can't out traverse a T-95, which is crazy if you ask me. But we were able to kill that 95, but we would have stood a better chance of being able to help this artillery and probably pulling out a win if they could have hit the bright side of a barn, but they couldn't. So, but with that being said, we did 3,548, 4 kills. We blocked 1,480, 214 assisted. We were top of our team. It was an okay match for us, but am I going to be playing this tank a lot? Probably not. It's not my most enjoyable tank. 17 hits. Or 17 shots fired, 16 hits, 10 pins. So decent game, but Like I said, it's not going to be the top of my list of tanks to play. It's just one of those tanks that I feel is just not where I'd like to play a tank as. You know, we did 1100 on the Leopard. We did like one shot into the T49 for 359 or yeah, 395, 418 on him. The 95 we did the most critical damage at 1246. Saint Emil we just saw in the KV5. I think maybe we put a shot, possibly two into him. Yeah, one shot. So, but I wanted to showcase the tank for you guys. If you guys got it, congrats. If you didn't, I'm sorry. It was kind of an odd little op that they had put out. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way, you know, we're posting new YouTube content and we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out. Be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So until next time, guys, we'll see all your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.